I don't even know where to start. Let's start off with a question. How many times have Inter bottled the Scudetto, lost the Serie A at Bologna? Like we all know, Sassuolo, they are Inter's bogey team. But so is Bologna. Bologna won. Inter nil. Is the title Antonio Conte's Napoli's? Now, is it? Because when you look at the games, when you look at the Serie A table, you can clearly see it. They are level on points. Yes, Inter. They have a better goal record. They have a better goal difference. But Inter, for the next 3 weeks, have got a game midweek. So for the next 3 weeks, Inter will be playing 2 games a week. For the next 3 weeks, Antonio Conte's Napoli will be playing 1 game a week. And you know what's crazy? That 1 game a week is not against high flyers in the Serie A. No. It's against Lecce. It's against Verona. It's against Torino. I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. I actually don't know. I didn't imagine this. I didn't even think this was possible. Don't get me wrong. Arguably, easily, the worst game in the Serie A this season. This is without a doubt one of the worst blockbuster big games of the Serie A. But wow, Orsolini, like, this dude, it got personal when Spalletti did not take him. When he didn't call him up during the international break, because this dude is on fire. This dude is scoring goals. Even when he was on the bench, I was surprised. But to come off the bench and score that goal, ridiculous. Like Vincenzo Italiano getting sent off. Guys, we have to talk Inter. Midweek, Inter dismantling Bayern Munich. Inter putting on a display, putting on a show. You look at the 180 minutes against Bayern Munich. This team was beginning to show the quality. They were beginning to show that fight. They were beginning to send out those statements to everybody, which is business end of the season, we step up. Inter did not step up this season. Inter, today, I can make a case that's one of their worst performances of the season. Why? Why didn't they perform? Why? Is it because of Marcus Thuram? They missed Marcus Thuram a lot. And where it's shocking, where it's disappointing from a recruitment level, from a squad buildings level, from a starting 11's perspective, is the fact that Correa is not good. Okay? Let's just put it out there. He's not good. Even when he went to Marseille last season, he wasn't good. Mehdi Taremi, free agent from FC Porto, he's not good. He has not been good. Arnautovic, as of late, on form. The only thing that I'm telling myself is Arnautovic is probably being saved for the Coppa Italia. But saving him for the Coppa Italia, does that mean you've now sacrificed the Scudetto? Because this Inter team, knackered, finished, tired, no gas in the chamber. Yeah? Nothing, no petrol, no diesel. Finished, tired. And I get it. I'll be honest with you guys. I get it. You play midweek. Champions League football is not low intensity. Champions League football is high intensity. Big pressure moments. These players are knackered physically. These players are knackered mentally. And then you go away from home to one of the most informed teams in the Serie A as of 2025, Vincenzo Italiano's Bologna. And now, I feel like Inter have hit a crossroads. In my opinion, Inter have hit a crossroads. Because look, you could clearly see, knackered, tired, these players need a rest. So what do? Do you rest them midweek against Milan in the Coppa Italia? Do you rest them midweek in the Coppa Italia semi-final and risk being knocked out in order to give your players a rest so they can be fit and healthy and ready for Roma next week? Because next week, you're coming up against the most informed team in the Serie A. One team has been amazing since Claudio Ranieri took over in November, and it's Roma. And I'll tell you guys one thing for free. Yes, the football might not be amazing, but they are a difficult team to play against. So, I actually look at Simone Inzaghi and I say, what do? Do you go full 11? Against Milan in the Coppa Italia, because potentially this is a trophy that you're sacrificing. But if you do that, your players are going to be knackered against Roma. They're going to be tired. Or do you rest against Milan and accept I will lose the Coppa Italia in order to have a fully fit squad? Because let's be real, it's still level. The title is still in Inter's hands. They're level on points, but Inter have got the better goal difference. As long as Inter go on to win their remaining games, they are the Scudetto winners. They are the Serie A champions. But they've got more difficult games. And like I said, 3 weeks in a row of midweek games. Look, if it was down to me, I would turn around and just say, Coppa Italia, it's not high on my priorities list. It isn't, I'll be honest with you guys. Champions League, Serie A, Coppa Italia. Coppa Italia, I'll sacrifice that. The B team, the C team, all my star players, you guys can have a rest. Prepare the boys. Rally the troops for Roma. Because Napoli will win next weekend. Inter need to keep winning. But it's crazy, guys, because the performance wasn't good. Mehdi Taremi. Yes, some might say it was a foul. I don't think it was a foul. And I'll be honest with you guys. I personally believe if he had scored, it would have gone to VAR, and VAR would have said it's not a foul and the goal gets given. At the end of the day, play to the whistle. Score the goal. If you score the goal and they turn around and say to you, there was a foul in build-up by Lautaro Martinez, no problem. You've scored. I couldn't believe it. Like what, 1 yard out? 1 yard out, you come off the bench, having just come back from injury, you're full of energy. 1 yard out, you have to score. You're not a centre-back. You're not a left-back. You're a striker. This is your bread and butter. This is what Milan, this is what Inter signed Taremi for. Let's be honest with one another. They didn't sign him to run around. They didn't sign him to win headers. They signed him to score goals. 1 yard out in a game where Inter didn't really perform well. But they always say, when you're competing for trophies, when you're playing 38 games a season, you're not always going to play well. Like, let's be honest. Nobody sits down and expects 38 games of 10 out of 10 performances from Inter. You can't expect that from the demands, the fact that they play every 3-4 days. But sometimes you can play bad and still win. And how do you do this? When the opportunity presents itself, you score. You capitalize. I can't believe he missed from 1 yard and then Orsolini goes and scores a bicycle kick. I can't believe it. If he had scored, it would have gone VAR. They would have turned around and said, no foul by Lautaro Martinez. 1-0 Inter. And Inter, they would have defended and they would have got the 3 points. Massive 3 points. Because they always say, the sign of a good team is a team that can win, having not played well. And I feel like the opportunity fell into Inter's hands and Taremi missed it. And now, I'll be honest with you guys, Simone Inzaghi, he is going to look at those plays because a lot of them did not step up. And fair enough, they're tired. Mkhitaryan, poor. Mkhitaryan, shocking first half. Poor. Lautaro Martinez, he doesn't look the same without Marcus Thuram. He doesn't. Listen, Marcus Thuram potentially is out for 2-3 weeks. So, I don't know. Simone Inzaghi has to look at these plays and he has to decide. The treble, I think the dream is over. The treble dream is over. You now have to focus on 2 because now you need to give these players a rest. Okay? Rest the players midweek. Give the victory to Milan. You never know. Maybe some of the players might step up midweek and they go on to make it to a final. Sacrifice Coppa Italia just to have the energy in the tank to go the distance for the Scudetto. To go the distance in the Champions League. Because that performance today was not good. This team is tired. This team needs serious investment in the summer in terms of rotational pieces. A lot of the key players are getting old. The physicality isn't there. Like, listen, Oak Tree Capital. We're talking capital investment in the summer because this is what Inter needs. They really, really, really do. But in my opinion, I think the treble dream is over. I'll be honest with you guys. I think the treble dream is over. I don't think Simone Inzaghi will go full strength against Milan. I think he'll happily sacrifice it in order to prepare for Claudio Ranieri's Roma. Now, if you're new, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit the like button. And I will catch you guys on another one.